Do you ever feel overwhelmed, completely inundated, almost like you're buried alive? Like you're in there somewhere, faint and in the background, but there's so much else all over you. Just so much noise, so much distractions, and your inner you, just wants to scream and burst out. Do you feel like you're being smothered? Do you feel like you're forgetting yourself? Well, I hope that today's talk can help you to understand what's happening and help you to allow yourself to live, allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to rise to the surface. Okay, so let's consider for a second, what does a newborn baby think about? If your experience of life is what you are experiencing, what you are seeing, what you are thinking, what you are feeling, right? That is your experience of life. What is the experience of a newborn baby? And I don't mean like a 6-month-old or even a 2-month-old. I mean brand new baby, just like a day old, right? He has no concept of I'm hungry or even I'm scared. He doesn't understand bills or school. He doesn't have like a to-do list. He doesn't have goals like I need to graduate, and he doesn't have a failure from those goals like I'm such a loser. None of those are thoughts that baby is having, right? The baby doesn't even understand the concept of I would like ice cream or I would like to go to the amusement park. He doesn't have wishes, and he doesn't have shortcomings from those wishes. He doesn't even necessarily have a like or a dislike. He doesn't think about his friends or his neighbors. He doesn't wonder about the state of the world or the state of the planet. So what is the experience of this newborn? Unless the newborn is in pain or great discomfort, in any moment the newborn just is. He just kind of is. And that's what us as adults we find fascinating, is that this being is pure. It is a pure existence and isness that is shining forth in presence and just observing. And there's nothing else pulling and tugging on that energy. That energy is just like beaming through their eyes, and they're just like, oh, and they're just observing. And they see, they are here, they are present, but they don't add labels or judgment to what they're seeing. They're just seeing. So is that your experience today at X number of years old? What is your experience? You open your eyes, you look around. What does your experience of life feel like? I'm assuming that there are thoughts, and I'm assuming that there are feelings. And if I had to guess, I would say that your thoughts have a lot to do with what I have to do next, or what I failed to do a few moments ago, or what happened earlier this morning and that was so unfair and it shouldn't have happened. Your thoughts probably also have to do with your concerns for your friends and your family and what they're going through, and that person who just had surgery and this other person who just broke up. And your thoughts also have to do with the world and the war and the pandemic and your thoughts probably also have to do with your favorite movie, your favorite performer, your favorite game, whatever you entertain yourself with, and the latest update from that entertainment. And your thoughts also probably have to do with, I need to go get dressed, I need to go to work, I need to eat, I need to drive, the things that you're doing right now, right? But the other thing about all of those thoughts is that they have an effect, they create an emotion or a feeling. So you're either happy, or you're anxious, or you're worried, or you're regretful, or you're angry, or you're resentful, or you're in a hurry, or you're overwhelmed, etc., etc. So chances are your day, your life, your experience of life is an endless stream of things that you're thinking and an endless stream of the resulting feeling that comes out of these thoughts, right? And chances are it's a combination of, what do I have to do next? Oh my gosh, I feel anxiety about it. And what happened in the past? Oh my gosh, I feel regret and shame about, and anger and bitterness and disappointment about it. So, I mean, there's obviously much more than that, but generally speaking, you can describe that as your life experience. So what I want to know now is, what happened in between being that baby and being who you are today? Where did that baby's experience of life change? The one who's just in awe and at peace and joyful and just staring and observing and taking in and allowing and being amazed and being wowed by life. Where did that looker go? The body grew up. The body is larger. Fine. The mind evolved. The mind learned and went to school and whatever. So, okay, the mind has evolved, the body has evolved, but the looker, the one, the being, where is that being? What happened to that being? Well, I'm here to tell you that that being is still there. That being has never left. That being has never changed. That being loves life. That being loves experiencing life. Watching, learning, seeing, feeling. That being just loves being, without like a tree in the wind or a flower in the sun. That being just loves being. And that being just got overpowered by the rest of life. So the things that your mind brings at you, the things that you think about, have become loud, and they have smothered. Not smothered in the sense of putting out, but smothered in the sense of covering up. They have become louder, like the louder voices in a quiet room, than your being, your inner self, your true self, your you, your isness, your spirit. That doesn't mean that your spirit isn't there and your spirit isn't powerful. It just means that your awareness has been placed on the things that are louder. So the to-do list, the social media feed, the news, the traffic, that is loud and in your face. And your awareness has given that more importance than just being. Just standing there like a flower in the sun. You aren't remembering your beingness. So, using this metaphor, because you know I'm a metaphor gal, what do we do? How do we solve this? Okay, so if you want to use words that are used in the spirituality community, you have fallen into unconsciousness. What does unconscious mean? Unconscious means that you are completely immersed in the stream of thoughts that come out of your brain, your stream of consciousness, your thoughts, blah, 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 and you are paying attention to every single one of those, and there's no gap. There's no gap for consciousness, for beingness to shine, to simply be. Because consciousness is always there. You're never dead. Consciousness is there, but you're not putting your awareness on it. You're not allowing it, right? So what do you do about this? The solution is to create a little tiny gap between yourself and life, the thoughts, actions, and feelings that come with living. So right now, your being and your thought stream have become one, right? Your to-do list, your anxieties, your fears, your emotions, your up and down and up and down and up and down have become one. And you need to just release that a little bit. Just release it a little bit. And you need to step aside and you need to reclaim your sense of being here with your being, your spirit, yourself. You just need to be this, and you need to observe all the other things. They're not valid, right? It's not like you should never think, and you should never have a feeling, and you shouldn't do things, and you shouldn't watch news. It's not that. It's that you should not be completely bowled over when this happens. You shouldn't be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. You shouldn't get lost in every emotion that comes up. You shouldn't get overwhelmed with every action that someone does in your life. You shouldn't yell at every single person who does something wrong in traffic. You have to sit in the being, and you have to watch and be like, oh, I get it. I see. Like, imagine you're a mother with a child, and the child is playing with a toy. You don't play with the toy. Like, you don't get in there and get like, you observe that the kid is engaged with the toy, and you maintain that position of watching what is happening in the playground, So that little gap is the most powerful thing in the world. It is the moment when your awareness becomes placed in the seat of consciousness. So you remember we said if you're completely overwhelmed and you forget you can't sense the self, then what you are is unconscious, to use, spiritual terms that are popular. Okay, when you sit in your inner being and you observe everything else, then you are living consciously. You are the eyes that are looking becomes the eyes of consciousness. Consciousness is light. So the light of consciousness shines on everything. So for the first time, really, you are truly seeing. So for the first time, you're seeing your thoughts. You're truly seeing what you're thinking, and you're seeing your feelings. So in a way, you can say for the first time, you're truly experiencing those thoughts and feelings, because you're going, oh, I see. Consciousness sees. And that light of consciousness is so powerful. It will, the more you do that, the more you sit in this gap and allow this gap to widen. Sit as consciousness and create a gap and allow the gap to widen, the gap becomes bigger, and your ability, your strength of existing as consciousness amplifies. And you're able to, the light will shine on everything and will filter everything. It will cleanse everything. It will disinfect everything. It will rearrange everything. And it will make your life better over the course of time as you practice this. But more importantly, as an ultimate result, is you will end up being just eternal bliss and peace and isness with a life experience that is beautiful, but not overwhelming, not overpowering, not like tumbling in a wave in an ocean. It's not like, oh God, help me, I don't know what to do. You won't be like that anymore. You'll just be, and that doesn't mean that life's going to be perfect or nothing wrong is going to happen, but you're not going to be overwhelmed by it. Like, have you ever, there's two ways to sit in traffic, like absolute standstill traffic, nothing is moving. You can sit there and be like, or you can sit there and be like, there's traffic. And you just, it doesn't become everything that you are. So, I don't know if I did a good job of explaining this. It's obviously a very big concept to understand, and in the past I've explained it in workshops that last like 2 hours, and I'm trying to fit this into 10 minutes, which I'm failing at. So I'm just tossing this out there to see if it makes any sense, if this diagram makes sense, and if this is something that you relate to. Please let me know. I really, really appreciate your comments. I am trying to figure out what is the best way to do these videos. Like, this is my first time with a diagram, whatever. Are you guys liking this? Let me know the relevance of the topic. And just let me know about yourself. I really like knowing about the community out there. Who are you, and what role is this in your life? So please leave a comment. This is a relatively young channel, and I have a lot of stuff planned, and I'm trying to put out these videos as often as I can, and they will also include meditations so that you can experience these things that I'm talking about. You can experience the stillness, experience the joy, experience the self, experience the inner being, all of that stuff. It is coming, people. So if you subscribe and if you hit the little bell icon, that will make sure that you know about the videos, because YouTube just kind of sends it wherever. But if you want to know more from me, from this channel, then subscribe and hit the bell icon. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.